is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says,
oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous. But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channelmom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Channelmom Show. We hope that we can help you out, Mom, be a blessing to you, lift up your life, motivate you, so on. Okay, our next guest is an expert when it comes to safe cosmetics for you and your children. She has this little list that she carries around to let people know what they should and should not have in their bathroom. She's done it to me. Heidi Leist is the founder and president of Lemongrass Spa Products, which, by the way, employs almost all mothers, much like Beth Jones Shaw was talking to us about. And Heidi, you created Lemongrass, I believe, because as a mother-to-be, you may have had one child already, but you were about to have another one. You realized that you wanted something safe for you and your children and for something you can put on your body when you were pregnant. Is that correct?
That's right, Jenny.
Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Our pleasure. So tell moms what kind of went through your head, because I'm sure, especially new mommies, we were panicked about everything. Should we drink coffee? Should we, do anything out of the ordinary? Or actually, should we do anything ordinary? And I know you were quite concerned about some of the things you were putting on your body because skin is our biggest organ, and we sometimes forget that. What were you concerned about, and what was your motivation to decide to found your company?
Well, I was very concerned about that. You're correct. I had one daughter already, and I was about to have a second, and I just became very aware through reading and listening to some experts really start to reveal some of these toxic chemicals that are in our everyday skincare products, from shampoo to lotion to makeup, and because skin is our largest organ, like you just said, it absorbs things. God gave us skin as our filter. And if we're clogging it up and filling it full of chemicals, our bodies just can't operate very well.
Right.
And in my conversations, obviously, with my doctor, my OB, she always gives, he or she, your OB always gives you a list of all the foods you should avoid and drinks you should avoid, but they're not always so prudent in telling you what kind of skincare to avoid. And because we can absorb so many of those chemicals, I really became aware and did a lot of research and study on it, and really became more prudent about what I was putting on my skin, and I felt very passionate about sharing that with others. Yeah,
you do. I mean, in the years that I have known you, for, a decade at least now, you have schooled me on what is good and bad for my children when it comes to what I put on their bodies, including soap, shampoos, lotions, sunscreens, and so on. And so today I want you to educate our listeners, because I know there are mothers out there that would like to know what they shouldn't be putting on their children. So can you give them some of the warnings of these ingredients that they may not know are everyday and in things that they're picking off the shelf at the grocery store or the big markets that they go to? What should they be looking out for, Heidi?
Absolutely. And thank you for asking, Jenny, because moms are the very best watchdogs for their families. They make the savvy decisions. They make 80% of the family's purchasing decisions. So moms take on the responsibility for kind of watching out for what they put on their kids and their husbands, right?
Right.
So some of those healthier choices. What we're looking for right now in a lot of skincare products are what are called parabens. And parabens are used as a preservative because it's very inexpensive for large companies to put that in as a preservative, and it'll keep the shelf life so long on some of these products. They can stay in store shelves for years, for example. And so that's the reason that companies choose to put parabens in their products. But studies have shown over the years that parabens start accumulating in our bodies. It's a chemical that our bodies cannot get rid of once it's there. And it's also a hormone disruptor. One of the things that really caught my attention recently is when they found it in breast cancer cells. So big red flag for parabens. Anything ending in the word paraben is what you want to watch for. It's very prevalent in everyday shampoos, lotions, men's shaving cream, sunscreen, makeup, and baby wash. So you can imagine for those new mommies bringing a brand new precious baby home, she's told to use what's in the grocery stores because it's maybe labeled safe, natural, organic, but a lot of them are not.
Right.
They may put one or two natural extracts in the shampoo or baby wash or lotion, but if you look at the ingredients list, the last several ingredients are all those preservatives, and many of them are parabens.
Sure. And you believe in just going back to the basics because of this problem. That's why you established Lemongrass Spa Products, is because you wanted to start creating things that were safe for moms and for their families. What are some of the basic ingredients and the staples that you rely on in your own products, and why do you do that? Explain that to mothers.
Oh, well, that's so great. First of all, many people for so long believed that natural ingredients weren't as good. If science is out there, why aren't we using these scientific formulas to make our skin look beautiful and moisturized and healthy? When, in fact, we have so many things in nature that work so much better. And our bodies know what to do with those natural oils, Jenny, so much more than the chemicals, okay? Mm-hmm. So some of the staples that I love to employ when creating products and formulas include things like shea butter, olive oil, common cooking oil ingredients, things that you would use in your kitchen, we use in our formulas because our bodies know how to use it. Olive oil, almond, coconut oil, and organic as many as possible. Right. Aloe gel. Aloe is so healing for skin that we use that in a lot of our products. Essential oils that come from plants, again, like tea tree or lavender. And some butters like mango, and I already mentioned shea butter. So those are some things that are so helpful for skin, and we don't need all of those chemicals to go along with them to make them wonderful.
Well, and you're very gracious. I know that you are. And so people can obviously get them from your company, but you're kind enough to say, you know, if you really want to, you can go out and buy some shea butter and put it on your skin. That's correct, is it not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good for you. You know, we did speak to motivational trainer Beth Jones-Shaw recently in this last segment, and as you know, she's in the business of motivating moms in the working world. Now, you had a dream, and I want other moms to be sort of inspired by you. You had this dream. You were pregnant with your second daughter. You realized that you wanted to do something for people that was safer for them and to help mothers and families. Tell us how you built your company while you were raising your girls.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very challenging, Jenny. I'll be totally honest, and moms know that. There's a lot of juggling that you have to do, and one of the things that I learned early on, and I've shared this with you before, Jenny, is that I realized I was not a good multitasker. There are some of us that don't do very well with that. And so one of the things that I decided was best for me was when I was trying to do work, I would focus on that exclusively. And when I needed to focus on my children, I would drop what I was doing and focus on them exclusively. And so that's sometimes what we need to do. We can't be texting, checking email, and watching our kids all at the same time sometimes. And so that's one of the things. And so once on occasion, in order to obviously help build my business, I would take advantage of nap times, and I would also employ the help of some of my teenage neighbor girls to come over and help me out when I was working on a big project with a deadline. But then I had my quality time on weekends and, other occasions, and even throughout the day with my husband and my kids.
Yeah, you just have to make that strong divide, and you can. It's tough. Just as you said, I'm glad you admitted it's tough. But you can make that divide and say, this is child time and this is time for business. Now, I want to get to a special project that you work on, and it's near and dear to your heart, and I want people to know about it, so if they want to partake in it, they can. I know that President Obama recently made an announcement about bringing some of our soldiers back home, from Afghanistan in particular, but you have a heart for our male and female soldiers while they are still over there, and that is why you have established something called Freedom Feet through Lemongrass Spa. So please tell us why you founded this program. It's very, very unique, and let our listeners know how they can support military families, and in particular military moms, through this creative program of yours.
Well, thank you for asking about Freedom Feet, Jenny. I can't take any of the credit at all for coming up with that idea. It was the brainchild of one of our wonderful sales consultants who lives in Iowa, Stephanie Van Ness. And she is an Army wife, And when her husband was deployed, he would obviously share with her stories about getting care packages. And he had some friends in the military who were females. And usually they were left out. When the car magazines and shaving cream would arrive, a lot of times there weren't that many things there for the women to take advantage of.
Right.
And so because Stephanie was so aware of that issue that was going on when her husband was deployed a couple of times, and especially in war-torn areas, those women, obviously, they leave their husbands and their little babies behind sometimes. And we just felt so drawn to that mission that Stephanie had, that vision she had to pamper those military females that were overseas serving our country, to really just give them a taste of home. And so we put together a package of, it's a cucumber foot kit. It's a 3-step pampering kit that we ship directly to the troops while they're being deployed. So while they're over in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, this year we're trying to reach out to other places like Libya, where we have some people deployed and so forth. And so they receive those pampering foot kits while they're over there. They can take off those heavy boots that they wear and slip their feet into something warm and wonderful and actually have an opportunity to relax and enjoy themselves for a few minutes.
Yeah, and I want people to know how they can contribute to that program, and I'm going to couple it with something else. You're also doing something nice for mothers with Channel Mom. You've created this Channel Mom sampler kit, which is very inexpensive, but a lovely package that moms can order for somebody else, and you've even done some giveaways on our show with the Channel Mom sampler kit. Tell us briefly about that and how people can go to your website either to get a Channel Mom sampler kit to support what we're trying to do for mothers on the show, and how they can also order a Freedom Feet foot kit for military moms and women overseas.
Terrific. Well, the Freedom Feet foot kits can be ordered through Lemongrass Spa Products, and our website is www.lemongrassspa.com. Or if you know of a local lemongrass consultant, you can also go through them and order through their website.
Okay.
So orders that are received through our home office are distributed among our consultants. So if you don't have one, we will find one for you in your area.
Okay.
And they can be ordered through that portal. The Freedom Feet kits are only $24 to really change the life of a female soldier. So it's well worth it. We pay to have them shipped overseas, so that's wonderful. And then in terms of the Channel Mom sampler pack, we put together 6 of our favorite products. And as Jenny knows, body polish is one of my favorites. It's an exfoliating scrub that you can use in the shower. We also include one of our bronzing butters, which is so much fun, especially to use in the summertime. It's a natural tan enhancer, just makes your skin color look fantastic. And
yeah, I love it. I'm wearing it right now.
So Shelley can vouch for how beautiful you look this morning.
Yes, she can.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Shell. I pay her.
Okay. And there's 4 more products tucked in there, as well as a $5 off coupon for their next purchase.
Wonderful.
For only $10.
And that's at lemongrassspa.com, correct?
That's correct, and both links are on our homepage.
And finally, Heidi, and then we're going to let you go. People, if they want to get that Safe Cosmetics list, if moms need to get a hold of that and they want to know what's safe for them and their children, they can go to your website and find that. Is that correct?
They sure can. I posted it on our homepage, lemongrassspa.com, and it says click on 10 ingredients to avoid list, and it'll come up with a screenshot with all that entire list that they can print and take with them.
Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for being with us today, Heidi.
Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it.
All righty. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. And I want you to join us next week. We have a really fun mom joining us, Shell. She is going to help you with your budget. She has this really interactive website that just motivates you to save money on your grocery budget. Her name is Kelly Hancock. And her motto is save money, live generously. And she helps you do that. If you follow her website, she's going to inform you daily on the deals that are going on at all the different stores, Costco, Walmart, King Soopers, Safeway. She lets you know where you can get the best deals. And that's so great because it organizes it for me. So she'll help you out next week if you tune in with us. Meanwhile, you can go to channelmom.com if you want to watch the show all week. We're right there on channelmom.com. Or you can join us on Facebook. Please come and give us your tips and so on. We're now going to be taking your tips for our Channel Mom Tips for Busy Moms. So please write in and give us a tip for other moms so that we can share it and say your name on the air. Thanks so much for joining us today. We hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll see you. Actually, we won't see you. We'll talk to you next Saturday.